Say the word voodoo, and a very specific set of images usually comes to mind. Curses, pins stuck into dolls, zombies rising from the grave, and dark magic. For over a century, novels and movies have hammered these stereotypes into the public consciousness. But the actual word, voodoo, originates from the Fon language of West Africa. Translated directly, it simply means spirit or deity. The actual tradition centers on community cohesion. It relies on herbal healing, deep respect for ancestors, and maintaining a careful relationship with the natural world. Look at this diagram mapping the religion's core framework. Practitioners navigate two realms. At the bottom is the visible world, the physical earth, the community, and the brutal history of daily life. Above it is the invisible world, occupied by spirits and ancestors. By bridging these two spaces, Haitian Voodoo provides an ingenious architecture of human survival, built specifically to endure the horrors of the visible world. This photograph shows the traditional attire and collective strength of a West African group, representing the pre-colonial reality across present-day Benin, Togo, and Nigeria. Long before the Atlantic slave trade, these diverse communities practiced complex nature and ancestor-based traditions, collectively known as Vodun. When millions of Africans were forced into the hulls of slave ships, they were stripped of their physical possessions, their families, and their freedom. But they carried their invisible beliefs with them across the ocean. Upon arriving in Haiti, these enslaved people from entirely different ethnic groups faced captors who violently imposed Catholicism upon them, forbidding any traditional African practices. Look closely at this photograph. In the foreground, a woman engages in an intense Vodun practice, while a Catholic mural of the Virgin Mary watches from the wall right behind her. This is syncretism, the blending of different belief systems. Enslaved Africans napped their own spirits onto Catholic saints, using the approved imagery of their captors to secretly preserve their rituals. This blending served as a masterclass in cultural camouflage. It allowed a persecuted people to maintain their spiritual identity right in front of the people trying to erase it. Returning to our map of the two realms, the very top tier represents Bon Dieu. The name derives from the French phrase bon Dieu, meaning good God. Bon Dieu is the supreme creator, but is considered entirely distant and removed from everyday human affairs. Because Bon Dieu is distant, humans interact with the law. These are the hundreds of spiritual intermediaries you see bridging the gap in the middle tier. Each law governs a specific domain of human life, like agriculture, love, or death, and possesses its own distinct personality and symbols. This historical photograph shows exactly how practitioners invite these laws into the visible world. You can see the intense physical connection between the dancers and the drummers, working together to create a deeply communal ceremony. The mechanics of these rituals are precise. Participants use rhythmic drumming and singing, offer food and drink, and draw intricate symbolic patterns on the floor, known as veve, to call upon specific spirits. Sometimes this results in a trance state. In Voodoo, a trance is understood as a loi temporarily inhabiting a human body. It allows direct, immediate communication between the invisible spirit and the visible community seeking guidance. This modern ceremony photograph highlights the central figures guiding the ritual. These community leaders are known as ungans, the priests, and mambos, the priestesses. Beyond leading ceremonies, they serve their communities as herbal healers and social mediators. Every song sung and every offering made serves a single purpose: balance. Practitioners trust that maintaining harmony between the human and spirit realms secures health, prosperity, and social stability for everyone involved. That social stability eventually forged a very physical resistance. The underground network of Vodou ceremonies provided the cover, the communication channels, and the spiritual fortitude required to spark the Haitian Revolution. Enslaved people who spoke different languages and came from different regions used this shared invisible architecture to organize. They formed a cohesive force that successfully overthrew their colonizers. This collage of 19th century newspaper clippings and pulp novel covers shows how the West reacted. Terrified by a successful slave rebellion, Western powers manufactured these exaggerated, racist caricatures of black magic to smear the culture that defeated them. Even the famous zombie myth was distorted. In Haitian culture, A zombie reflected the ultimate human horror, the deep-seated fear that a person could be re-enslaved even after death. A spiritual system that unified a fractured people and helped execute one of history's most successful acts of human liberation was systematically rebranded by its oppressors as a primitive cult of evil. Today, as this photograph of a bustling, crowded Haitian street shows, Voodoo remains a living practice. It is deeply integrated with Catholicism across Haiti and its global diaspora communities. Behind the Hollywood tropes lies a sophisticated tradition that prioritizes communal care, deep respect for ancestors, and a constant awareness of unseen forces. The endurance of Haitian Voodoo proves that a culture's spirit survives total physical displacement, as long as its people remember how to connect the visible world to the invisible one.